Time for another Trinity video. It's Tuesday, so of course we want to get you ready to meditate with us on Wednesday. Every Wednesday here at the Adawehi Healing Center, we meditate on a particular energy. If you don't know which one, you're probably not signed up for our newsletter. You can do that on either of our websites, adawehi.com or jackiewoods.org. Either one of those will give you a link that you can get an email sent directly to you every week telling you what energy we're working on. And then you can join us. It can be a powerful synergy for you. This week happens to be the energy of purity. Purity is about coming from who you really are. The truth of your spirit is the only real purity there is. It's not about being right or being more powerful than somebody else. It's just about coming from your pure essence. How do you get there? That part's a little tricky because we think that we're being the best person we can most of the time. Let me ask you if you've ever seen somebody who went to a workshop or had a session with a counselor, or maybe it was just a friend of yours and was having a really tough time, and they finally sat down and they talked to you about it. And emotions came up and they cried and they maybe, ranted and raved about something, and then afterwards, okay, they calm back down, and then they're coming from who they are again. You can tell they're powerful, they're speaking their truth, their eyes are clear, there's a certain tone in their voice that says, I'm back. It wasn't there before. There was a bunch of stuff cluttered in there. Maybe they couldn't see it, but you could. Now it's gone. Well, what happened? They didn't just say, okay, I want to get back to my pure essence, because they could have said that at any point. They had to kind of swing a little the other way. They had to get really intensely out of whack and then say, whoa, I'm letting that go. And once you let go, all the judgment and the upset and the big, exaggerated swing, then you go back to the middle. Then you go back to who you were in your purest form. You weren't there before, you were slightly off. If this is the center point, if this is the purest form of you, you would probably swung a little bit to one side or another. But it wasn't until you swung all the way over here that you were able to go back to center. That's sort of the secret of purity that we want to talk about tonight. Your subconscious develops a new normal pretty quickly. If you're walking around with a bunch of upset or belief that you can't do something or you're not good enough around something, it may not show in your daily life. You may continue to do your job and handle tasks, but you're not coming from the purest form of who you are. You're slightly off center from that. And your subconscious doesn't know that. It just considers the off center point to be the new center point. And so you think you're normal, but you're not coming from that purest part of you. You have to get really out of whack and then let go of it, and then you swing back to normal. That's the secret that we're going to be working on tonight. The exercise I'm going to give you is very simple. Whenever you find yourself stuck, a little off-kilter, things aren't working for you, you're dropping things, you're snapping at people, you just feel a little depressed, I want you to take an exaggerated step away from who you are. And the way to do that is to obviously pretend you are someone you're not. You can take on a funny voice. Hey, top of the morning to you, Governor. It doesn't matter how bad your cheesy accent is. It's in fact better if it's really cheesy, because it's telling your subconscious, I know that I am certainly not acting like me now. And that's what you want. You want to take an exaggerated step into not me. It can be as simple as going, whoa, Scooby-Dooby-Doo, and acting like a cartoon character. You can spend 5 seconds walking around going, you can put your hat on backwards. You can unlace your shoes. You can talk like this, like you're talking through a little straw. It doesn't doesn't matter what you do, just exaggerate the fact that you're not you. When you're stuck, you're slightly not you. So we want you to tell your subconscious, I'm really not me. And do that by acting very out of character. And then let it go. After about 15 seconds of going, go back to walking the normal way. After you've spent a whole conversation saying, oh, that's a bit of the old all right there, go back to your normal voice. As soon as you let go of the exaggerated not me, you will swing back to center point. It's a strange thing. You can't just say, I feel a little stuck, I'm going to let go. You're not sure exactly what you're letting go of. Your subconscious thinks there's nothing to let go of. You're at the new normal. But if you take an obvious step into not normal and then let go of it, you'll swing back to the center point. That's how you get back to the real, pure version of who you are. Now, this works as a self-defense technique too. Whenever you get attacked, it's seldom going to be somebody going, hey, you, put up your dues. And you go, oh, now I'm going to use all my Trinity self-defense training. It's usually going to be an assassination type move. Somebody will attack you out of nowhere, and before you know it, they're on top of you and they're beating you. They've grabbed your clothes. They're trying to take your bag or your wallet. It's all going to happen really fast. Chances are you won't go, ha-da! You'll go, and you'll freeze. I want you to exaggerate that. Whenever you find yourself freezing, just totally collapse. Just go, ugh. And just go limp. If somebody's grabbing you or pulling on you, don't fight, don't resist, just go, ugh, for about a second. And then come back and do what you know how to do and yell at the person and fight them off and run away and do all that stuff. But spend a minute in an exaggerated state of not me. Just instead of taking on a funny voice, although it might be effective to go, Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Who knows? That might freak the person out. But probably you're not going to remember to do all that. But you can, once you're frozen, just go limp for a second, like a rag doll. Don't fight them, let them pull you or grab you or whatever. Give them a second of rag doll, and then come back and say, I'm consciously casting that off. I'm back to being me. And having gone way far the other way into not me, you'll come back to center really quick. You'll be acting from the pure essence of who you are. It's a super cool way to bring all of your power into the moment. You can't just go, I'm frozen, I'm going to let go of that. In that instant, your subconscious is thinking, this is the new normal. So you have to exaggerate it a little bit. You have to go from frozen to totally useless. And then come back, and you'll swing back to center. This is a very simple way to get back to the pure, untainted essence of who you are. Try it in many different situations. Whenever you feel stuck, exaggerate and then let go. I hope this helps you. If you like this stuff, stay tuned for more Trinity.